Fellow Americans, there is a growing humanitarian and security crisis at our southern border. To every member of Congress, pass a bill that ends this crisis.
President Trump making a historic speech. It lasted about 9 minutes from the Oval Office, pushing for Congress to approve a border barrier, or at least talk about it. They're not talking about it. Congresswoman Liz Cheney, part of the leadership in the House now, joins us now to react. Congresswoman, welcome. I'm just wondering if anything changed from last night's address. What do you expect is going to be different today?
Well, I think the president did a terrific job at laying out both what the nature of the crisis. It's a humanitarian crisis and a national security crisis. The other thing that has not gotten enough attention is the fact that the White House has put on the table specific details about what the resources are needed for. And the Democrats continue to refuse to negotiate. You know, we're in a situation, as the president said last night, I thought one of the most important points he made was, we can resolve this in a 45-minute meeting. You know, you saw Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi last night try to explain and try to spin what's actually happening here. This could be resolved in a 45-minute meeting, and I think the American people want it resolved. So we stand ready to negotiate on
Congresswoman, the word is that the time is not on your side, that Democrats gain the more people don't get paychecks because President Trump said it's my shutdown. What do you think?
I just think that that's political games. You know, we know that the most important thing we've got to do as elected officials is secure the border, keep the nation safe. And we're not going to be partisan, you know, playing partisan games here. We're going to make sure that we do what's necessary. We're standing with the president. We had a great meeting last night with Vice President Pence, and we're going to stand with the president on this one. You know,
looking back at, as we change gears, as looking back at Bush 41, you had a sense of where America was and the respect we had towards politicians. And then you see this movie that no one saw, The Vice, on your dad, and basically Christian Bale made it clear he compared studying to play your dad as looking into studying to be Satan. What is your reaction to some people who are going to think that's real history?
Well, look, I would just say that Christian Bale finally had the chance to play a real superhero, and he clearly screwed it up. So, you know, I'm obviously incredibly proud of my dad, very proud and honored to be his daughter. And I haven't seen the movie. We're in a situation where we've got really important work to do to get the border secure and to make sure that the Democrats stop playing games, come to the table. You know, I frankly don't understand how it is, especially today on Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, that they're taking the position that we ought to shut down ICE, that we ought to have open borders, and they won't do their job, the job the American people elected them to do. So we are in this fight to make sure we do the right thing. We're going to continue to do that and stand with the president.
I just hope that, I think the American people all want you guys to negotiate, and right now the Democrats are not negotiating.
That's right.
Liz Cheney, thanks so much.
Thanks, Brian. Good to be with you.